What's up, everybody? Welcome to Press Options to Start. I can't even say the word right now. This is what happens when you wake up and you start doing shit. So today, let's see, what can I talk about? I've been looking on the internet, trying to figure out something to talk about, topic for a show for this week. Well, kind of did a quick one the other day. Well, not too quick, but quick enough. About me getting hacked and losing my PSN, my PlayStation Network account. Sucks. So yeah, I ended up calling. It's a quick update. Calling them, talking them, and guess what? They still want the exact same stuff I do not have. So yeah, 10-year-old account or whatever. Whenever the PS3 came out is when I made this account. Like 2 months later. I think it came out November 06. So January, February, I think it was February, somewhere between February and April 07, I bought it and made the account. Yeah, so they wanted the serial number or the email I used. The only email I could remember I used, it wasn't the right one, so I don't know. I don't know what else. Then there's nothing else they said they can do. I didn't have a credit card attached, just my PayPal account, and that wasn't enough to prove it. Yeah, so they wanted to. So yeah, I lost that. Guarantee over 1,000 games spread between PS3, PS4, PS Vita. And yeah, not too pleased, but you know, it is what it is. Material things are material things to me. If I lose them, just work hard and try to get what I can back. It's more the name that I care about. It's the same name I have on everything, Monk of Crunk. I've had that since, I've been using that name since the PS2 days. On whatever video games you were able to make your own online ID. So I wasn't too happy, but it is what it is. So that's the update on that. And yeah, so what was I gonna go into? Oh yeah, so now on to Microsoft news. The Xbox Scorpio. Let's talk about this lovely machine. Yeah, they still haven't shown pictures, so this is what I got. This is the only picture I could somewhat find of an Xbox with a scorpion on it. So there was a poll, I can't remember what website, I was just reading some video game news, trying to think of topics, and I'm like, you know what, I'm kind of annoyed by this poll. I think it was videogamesandnews.com, I think was the website I was on. They have a poll up, and 75% of people that have seen this website or seen this poll are excited for it. I don't know why. Maybe they hate Sony. Maybe they don't own computers. But well, like I said, I have every system right now except for the Switch and anything. I don't have any Nintendo products. That's about it. I have an Xbox One. It's been sitting on my floor for like 8 months. I've been trying to sell. Nobody wants to buy. And selling it for cheap. I think I was selling it for $100 Canadian. Yeah, that didn't work out. So, still trying to sell it. Still trying to figure out how to who wants it. But here's the thing. Like, great. It's the most powerful console. And I think what is appealing to everybody is the fact that it's the newest thing. It's, well, kind of like myself with the new graphics card that's on its way for me. I bought a 1080 Ti. I got it for an amazing price. So I'm not complaining. But yeah, the Xbox Scorpio is still an Xbox One. It's like the PlayStation Pro, I guess, but they have the Xbox One S that already does 4K gaming. So the only difference between that and the Scorpio is what, a bigger hard drive, steadier frame rates, stuff like that, which is great, grand, wonderful. But Microsoft Xbox still lacks games. I wouldn't go out and buy this because of the lack of games that are out. Like, I already own a PS4. I know this is probably for people that are, you know, I'm not going to use it. Best way I can put it, and I don't mean it in any derogatory term, but fanboys. It's the only reason I can see people jumping on it, wanting to buy it as badly as they do. Sorry. Yeah. I don't know. I've seen I got the Pro because I wanted, to do my PS4 gaming on 4K. I bought a 4K TV a couple months later. So for me, it made sense. And if that's your thing, again, you have the Xbox One S that's already there. So I don't know. I don't see the appeal. But that's me. I'm not a fanboy of either PlayStation, PC, or Xbox. I do own them all. Yeah. So like I think if Xbox has to stop pushing the Scorpio as hard as they are and start getting some either exclusives or something to help sell the system. Like, yeah, so the poll was, yeah, like I said, 75% were so excited. It's like, why? Like, what's there to be excited about except for 4K gaming? And really, nobody knows what the price point is yet, but if it's more than the PS4 Pro and people buy it at that price, you guys are nuts. Because already the Pro was, a little pricey for me, and well, pricey for a lot. It's just pricey in general. But I do enjoy the JRPGs that Sony has, where Xbox really doesn't have anything to grasp me. Like, if my PC could play, if it could play, but if it had more JRPGs on it, I may not even buy a PlayStation anymore, especially what just happened to me with the hacking thing. I've had the same thing happen with Xbox with the hacking, and they kind of did a similar thing, so I had to make a second account. But yeah, anyways, different story. My little rant. Yeah, the appeal for the Scorpio is really, I don't understand the hype except for people that are either fanboys, and again, I don't mean that in a derogatory term, just the best way I can put it right now, or people just like the newest thing. And yeah, it's an upgrade from the one, but it doesn't do anything different, or at least from the Xbox One S, it doesn't do it that much different than the Xbox One S. Yeah, okay, oh, you can get 60 frames a second. Great, grand, wonderful. Not a lot of people, this is what a lot of people can't notice the difference. I've had numerous people here looking at I have my 1080p set up to the left of me and my 4K right in front of me right now. And a friend of mine was playing, I was testing doing a dual stream with two, split screen type things. So they're playing the same game I am, but we're playing against each other, or like kind of if I can get two switches, get a Mario Kart thing going. Instead of having, two, like on once we have to play on one TV, we can have two TVs going. But yeah, so they were watching the same game. They were playing the same game I was on my 4K as they were, and my 4K looked amazing, and that looked still really good, 1080p. But there was a difference that I noticed, but they couldn't. They were locked in at 30 frames, I believe, and I was a little bit more than that, according to the thing I had. Playing on the whatever the heck this thing is, the Pro. So yeah, I don't get the hubbub would be the best way about the Scorpio. Great, grand, it's powerful, it's faster, it does this, it does that, but there's still no games for it. Honestly, I don't, like, I'm on a budget, especially now. Like, I work way too much and still try to do this content stuff, and anybody that is on a budget, please don't jump out and buy this right away. My best advice, unless if Xbox starts getting more and more games, man, like, my best advice, if you want a console, it still will be a PlayStation. Even though I just got fucked over by them, I'm still saying that would be your best bet, because they have exclusives still coming. Xbox has a few, but if you're a fan of Halo, which I don't think is coming for another couple of years, if you're a fan of Gears of War, like stuff like that, I think you should just put money away and save up for a decent gaming PC, or the parts for it, and build it yourself. Hell, some places you pay them an extra $200 to build it for you. To me, that's too expensive. I put mine together with a friend of mine because he knew more about it. There's certain things I'm like, the fuck is this? So Yeah, 99% of the computer I built. The rest of it, he kind of just did the plug-in for me, just making sure I was in the right spots. I didn't want to blow anything up. But yeah, like that's honestly my take on that. There's nothing special. Again, it's faster, whoopty shit. Graphics are a little bit better than what you're going to get with the Xbox One S, but probably not enough that you're going to notice. Yeah, and or invest in a 4K TV and, you know, like I said, buy a gaming PC. Like you want to spend, I have a feeling the Scorpio's price point is going to be $600. Between 5 and 6. And for $600, you could put money aside. You know, put that aside and get yourself a gaming PC, or if you already have a PC, upgrade. You know, it seems harder than it is, as I learned, to build one. You know, like, yes, parts are expensive. Yes, you got to pay for this, pay for that. But if you buy little by little, like I've been recently, you know, my biggest purchase was $1,000, which was my 1080 Ti. But again, I'm okay with that. Like, I probably, because I just came out of that in a Titan XP or X Pascal, whatever the heck, which is quite a bit better, but it's also double the price. You know, I could have bought 2 of these for the price. I could SLI my computer, which means, you know, dual graphics cards for those who aren't PC people. I could have bought 2 of those for the same price as 1X Pascal, which would technically be better. So, guess which one I did? No, I didn't buy both. I'm not rich at all. I work 6 days a week to be poor. But yeah, like, I don't know what everybody's thinking. Getting all, ooh, Scorpio. I wasn't like that with the PS4 Pro. I'm just like, well, I'm buying a 4K TV. I might as well get the system that I had. Well, had is a key word there. 1,000 games for. That's why I did it for myself. Now, with Xbox One, yeah, you got your backwards compatibility now, which is great. Or not now, but that's an option with the Xbox One in that new Play Pass, I believe it's called, something like that, which is amazing. Like, that's a cool little thing. But again, like, shit, if you were all about graphics and that's what you want, steady frame rate and 30 or 60 frames a second, then honestly buy yourself a PC, man. Like, I can buy a gaming laptop for like a decent one. My old one, or my laptop, isn't that great of a gaming laptop, but I can play Dark Souls at 1080p 60 frames a second. You want one that can do 4K right now? It's about, I'm gonna say American, about 1,600, maybe 1,500 for a good one, which is like $2,000 Canadian, which I wouldn't do, but you know, because again, $2,000, I built mine. Yeah, like, it's all up to you guys. Like, you can go 980 Ti's or 980s and still do 4K gaming. Not the greatest, but it works. Just boost up your RAM, you'll be fine. Fuck, I'm saying a lot. Yeah, I don't want to see people jump out there and go buy a Scorpio for, oh, it's 4K, it's a console, I have X games for it. Just know your backwards compatibility games are not going to always scale up to 4K, depending on, or it might. It says it will, but it doesn't look the same as in true 4K, which Scorpio is going to have, which is great, but your backwards games will only be upscaled. And it will look like a 1080p. It won't. In my opinion, it looks just like my 1080p with the Pro hooked up to it. So a lot of the games on the Xbox are all on PC now. So like, if I play something through my PC, it already looks better. Like, I'm already pumping, you know, Skyrim on 4K at 60 frames a second, not an issue. I'm playing Just Cause 3 in 4K, not an issue. I don't have I actually need more RAM. I took I took a, what's the word I'm looking for? A chance, a risk on something I bought on Amazon, $60 for 16 meg RAM. So we'll see, meg, gram, whatever the fuck it is. another 16 for my computer. I'm tired, sorry. Hence all the ums. Another thing, like, yeah, so they're bringing all the Microsoft games to PC as well. So you're not, or so they say, so you're not missing out on a ton. Like, PC gaming has picked up again over the last, I'm going to say, 7 years. It's at, in my opinion, it's at an all-time high right now. PS4 is doing very well. Xbox is slacking, man. There's a reason that it fell off. Like, it won last year. It won the PS3 Xbox 360 era because it had great exclusives and a bunch of other stuff that PlayStation didn't have. A better UI, I guess it would be. I hated that freaking XMB screen. Yeah, that's my anger. So yeah, like, it's crazy that, you know, they did so well, and then with the Xbox One they came out like a fucking idiot. You know, oh, you're gonna have to be online, you're gonna have to do this, and nobody asked for any of that. Sony at least somewhat listened to their fans when that came out. That's why they started out selling. Then they started getting their exclusives right away. You know, I think I bought my PS4, and the first game I was able to play for the PS4 was Shadow of Mordor and Watch Dogs. Those were my first two buys for my PlayStation 4, and loved it. Looked beautiful. And yeah, you could get those on Xbox One, but I think one of them didn't. I can't remember if Shadow of Mordor came to Xbox One. Maybe it did. But those were right away. You know, PS4, boom, I got those. Those were the first things, and it looked amazing. Why? Because technically PlayStation had the more powerful system. And now Scorpio is trying to claim the same thing, but there's no reason for somebody like myself, who is a streamer, who does do, you know, content with the games and starting to do reviews and actually sending codes to friends that I have to do reviews as well to put up on the site. Like, there's no reason for me to go out and buy one. Like, who cares? Yeah, it's more powerful, whoop-de shit, but still has the same games my PS4 and my 4 Pro has. Like, my PC as well. Like, I can play any game I want except for Nintendo games, which is still sad. I still do want a Switch, but I'm broke. I'm broke, and my credit card is almost maxed out. So, due to unforeseen circumstances, being dumb family members, whole other story. But yeah, it's a difficult one. I do, as I'm doing this, sorry, I just had another idea for another topic that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna record later, but yeah. Anywho, that is pretty much it. Bottom line, people, I know I probably ran around in circles over and over and over in this topic, but on this part, I really don't want anybody going out and buying that. Not because I'm a Sony fanboy, not because I'm a PC mustard race person, but to me, it's a waste of money to buy this if you already have an Xbox One. If you don't, then go for it. And you want an Xbox, that's what you want, that's your favorite, then do it. But if you're up in the air, you have a budget, so I'm going to say it's going to release for $500, okay? Then this is I'll say $500 American is my guess for the cheapest it's going to come out. So you have a choice between that or PlayStation. Think about what games you want, like genre-wise, are your favorite. Did you have an Xbox in the past? Do you still have friends that you talk to on it? If you want more variety, not variety. Yeah, I guess variety would be proper too. And more exclusives. You're a JRPG fan like myself. go with the PlayStation. If you don't really care what you play and you just want a system, like I said, you've never owned a console before and you just want one of them, go for it then. Go, buy it if that's the one that you want. Just do your research on it. But yeah, games wise, there's nothing even been talked about. We'll see what happens at E3 in a couple weeks. It's a couple weeks, or is it this weekend? No, it's this weekend. No, next weekend. I think it's next weekend. So yeah. Oh no shit, it starts Sunday. Jeez. What's the date? 5 days. It starts, next week, I believe. Whenever it starts. Probably be more on at E3 about what Microsoft has. If it's all about the Scorpio, they failed. And I'm sorry to say, I liked my Xbox a lot, but yeah, just why I bought it because I wanted all systems and I enjoyed it for what it was, but then the one main game I was looking forward to fell off, and that was I can't remember what it's called now. Scalebound. There we go. I'm like, Dragon Scale. No. Yeah, Scalebound was a main game I wanted to play on that. And then they're like, oh, we're bringing everything to PC. I'm like, well, fuck, I don't need my Xbox anymore. Like, you guys got to realize that. If you have a PC and a good one, do not bother. Do not bother spending that much money. Get yourself a regular normal PS4, which plays still really good. I have it hooked up to my 1080p. You got a 4K, go for the Pro. It's not as strong as the Scorpio will be, but who gives a shit, because it really doesn't make a difference. If you have a 1080p TV, who cares about buying the Scorpio? You're just wasting your money. It's not going to improve anything on your TV. Maybe a little bit more clear, but what they tell you is, games can run at 60 frames, but doesn't mean the game is made for 60 frames. Like, how many games came out for console recently that were 30 frames, locked at 30 frames? Like, PS4 can play 60. My computer can play 130 or 50 or whatever the heck it is frames a second. But games aren't rendered to that. If it has open frames, and sure, if every game that comes out from now on with Microsoft is open frames, go for it. But doesn't make a difference. Like, I could have the most powerful computer and it will run exactly, the graphic wise will be exactly the same. Load times may be better. That's about it. And yes, you'll load time suck for consoles. But yeah, still a lack of games. How the game's ported or rendered for that system, however you want to put it. That's what matters about that. So really, they're just giving you a bunch of gobbledygook. I'm using weird shit right now, weird terms. They're just giving you a bunch of bullshit. This is more powerful. This is that. This is the best console ever made, or like strongest console ever made. All true. But who gives a fuck when you don't have anything with it? You're wasting money. Anyways, again, I did probably about 6 laps on that one. So thanks guys for hanging out, listening. Comment, subscribe. Tell me what your thoughts are. I'm curious. Thumbs up, thumbs down on my videos. That'd be good, so I know that I'm fucking up. And thank you for hanging out. I love you. I do. No, thanks everybody. And I will have another topic up very soon. So I will see you later.